for a variety of reasons, but the main one being is when I was a kid, I used to love reading. But as I grew older and got into high school and got busier, I just felt like I did not have as much time. And I felt like maybe a project based on literacy and books and reading would help me read more. Unfortunately, I was mistaken because I was not very interested in my research topic. So here's my research, or at least the gist of it. Reading has declined due to the ever-evolving field of entertainment. Reading is becoming a less of a desirable option for entertainment. Books are old-fashioned. Readers can get frustrated due to difficulty of books, and some people cannot even read prescription novels. It may or may not seem apparent from my research, but it was very boring. Most of the articles or books that I had read about the topic detested technology and said that it was a waste of time and that books should be the main priority of everyone, or more or less of it. Or most of the information was bland and boring, with information or statistics that I could make up on my own or that were just general common knowledge to me, such as books are becoming old-fashioned because of technology. Well, except for this source, my main source, the database that I got from ExcoHost. I felt interest in the information that was presented to me here, and I felt like it was the most reliable, most interesting, and most credible source. Instead of detesting technology, it described multiple situations in which multiple forms of entertainment have evolved, the first being Shakespeare's plays. Shakespeare's plays were one of the first instances where entertainment was being presented in front of you instead of having it read to you or you reading it yourself. It describes entertainment as an ever-evolving field due to ever-evolving technology. And now let's move on to another portion of my project, the hands-on portion. That didn't happen. You see, I would bore you with a bunch of reasonings as to why it didn't happen, such as self-destructive and depressive tendencies, or not having enough time, or crippling anxiety, but I decided I wouldn't bore you with any of that. None of those are an excuse for the fact that it just did not happen. You see, I had this entire plan made up for me of how I would become a famous YouTube star with millions of followers and fans, but I realized that took time, and I sort of gave up on it. Moving on, self-reflection. So this was one of the hardest and easiest parts of the project, but while the project may not have been the best or the most successful, I believe it has been very useful for discovering myself as a learner. Success is that I sort of didn't give up. I pushed through boring research topics and hours upon research that led to nothing, and I felt like that was successful. The hurdles were obviously the boring research topic that I myself had chosen, which I cannot blame anyone else for. Weaknesses is that I sort of gave up on the hands-on project, but besides that, the most important thing I learned was about myself as a learner. I learned that if I'm not fully engaged into a topic that I am researching or that I am trying to put something together on, I will get through it, but I won't do it to the best of my abilities. And I felt like that was interesting to learn. Time management was very poor because of the fact that I just didn't get my hands-on project done. So yeah, end of my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, you're good.
You can ruin mine forever. I said blank. Not very serious. Thank you.